Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon news update. So we are back on Champion Road, and we have the remaining trainers to check out in this video. So this is going to be covering every other trainer card except the supporters. So whatever is in this set that is a trainer card, we're going to be having a look at right now. That includes the secret rares as well. So we're going to be having a little look at them as well. So without further ado, let's crack on, because there are quite a few. There is quite a few. Some returning ones, some brand new ones, but they've all got old artwork, which is really, really cool. So first one is going to be Energy Recycle System. So there's the picture of it right there. So it looks really cool, actually. It either looks as if the energy is getting placed into the water or sucked out of the water. But you can see all the different energies there except for Dragon, for obvious reasons. But a very, very nice artwork indeed. But what does this do? Well, it searches your discard pile for basic energy cards. You may either show one basic energy card to your opponent and put it into your hand, or show 3 basic energy cards to your opponent and shuffle them into your deck. So it can do 2 things, which I guess is not bad. You can get 1 energy back out, or put 3 back into your deck. So I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a good way of recycling energy. It's going to be probably a pretty good one to use during pre-release, especially if you're stuck for energy, or maybe your deck's looking a little bit low. This thing can give you a hand, put 3 basic energies back in. Of course, it does say basic energy. That doesn't mean any special energies, so no double colourless, unfortunately. But a pretty cool card nevertheless. So moving on to the next one, we've got this picture here, which I absolutely love. You can see there's an Oddish. Looks as if he's throwing over a like a grass ball or energy to that Trico. So really, really cool artwork there. What is it though? It's Energy Switch. What does that do? As much as you'll probably be able to tell what it is by the picture and the name, move a basic energy from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. So you can just switch up where you put your energy. So maybe your bench is looking a little bit low on energy, and your person at the front's maybe going to get knocked out next turn. You don't have enough energy. You want to maybe get an energy out of there. Rather than it going in the discard pile, you play Energy Switch. You get that back. Even then, if you've got some way of free retreating the one in the active, you've then got a way of powering up something on the bench to bring that up to do a nice bit of damage. So this is a really good card. Really, really cool indeed. And I absolutely love that artwork so much. It includes 2 Pokemon, and the fact that there's that little energy ball sort of right in the middle with all those sparkles looks absolutely amazing. Really, really cool indeed. Like the look of that one a lot. And it's probably going to be a nice playable card as well. So moving on, we've got this one here again. I absolutely love this so much. We've got a Magnemite flowing through what looks almost like a time vortex. It looks pretty cool. There's some energies there. Got 2 lightnings and what looks like a Pokeball in the background, almost like a black hole sucking it up. Sucking it up. So what have we actually had so far that sort of almost sucks up any Pokemon and everything? Yep. It's a Super Scoop Up. It's another one. So this is a completely different one. So I'm guessing when the previous one rotates, this one is there. So we will still have Super Scooper. Of course, if you don't know what it is, flip a coin. If heads, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand. And this can be pretty cool. Different cards can have different effects when they're played down, so people do like to use this. It's a good way of getting a damaged Pokemon out. You do run the risk, though, of flipping a coin. You could Acerola, but that is a trainer for your turn. So Super Scoop Up is almost like a different alternative to an Acerola, but Acerola, you need damage on it. If you do run Rainbow Energy, for example, you're placing energy damage on there, so then you can Acerola it. So I mean, it's not bad. But Super Scoop Up, really, really cool looking card there. I absolutely love the artwork. I'm biased because he's got a Pokemon in it. It looks really cool. I love cards that have a Pokemon in them that is not actually focused on the Pokemon. So cool. So, moving on to the next one, we have this. I wonder what that is. That looks familiar. Yes, it is Rare Candy. So we're getting Rare Candy back. Now have a lovely good look at that. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. If you have a Stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card on the basic Pokemon. This counts as evolving that Pokemon. You can't use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So basically, if you have, for example, you have a Ralts and you have a Gardevoir GX and this in hand, you could use it, just not on your first turn. They've got to be there for at least a turn, and then you can do it. So we will be getting a Rare Candy reprint, which we can see here. This is going to come out in Celestial Storm, so even when it does get rotated, I think it came out in, I think it was either Guardians Rising or Burning Shadows. I'm pretty sure the Secret Rare was in one of them, and also the actual card itself. So at least we are going to get a reprint of that, so our Stage 2s do not have to fear. This is still going to be here. So pretty nice. We are going to get a Rare Candy. This isn't going to get a Secret Rare, by the way, so I guess we don't really want two of the exact same Secret Rares, so that, I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. So moving on to the next one, we've got this thing right here. So it looks like a bunch of leaves, but what is it? It's called Life Herb. What does Life Herb do? Flip a coin. If heads, choose one of your Pokemon and remove all special conditions and 6 damage counters from that Pokemon. And then it also says in brackets, all if there are less than 6, which means, say it has 5 damage counters on it, you just take them off. It speaks for itself. It is almost, again, Acerola could do this. Super Scoop Up obviously can't heal and can't get out of special conditions, but it can just suck the Pokemon back up. So, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you run Victini as well, is it Victini? It is Victini. Yeah. The Victini from Guardians Rising allows you to flip a coin again, so you could possibly get away with, I think it's about a 75% chance of getting heads. So, I mean, that's not bad. And we've actually run into our first Secret Rare. This is going to be a Secret Rare. What does the Secret Rare look like? Well, it looks a little bit like that. It looks like a Life Herb, basically. I kind of like it. I'll be brutally honest, I really don't think this is going to be a money card. I'm just straight up putting it out there. I really do not think this is going to be a money card. I do not think a lot of competitive people are going to be running this. Not a lot of people that play competitive run healing type things. Like, there's Big Malasada, which came out. We've got, like, Super Potion. No, is it? Max Potion, sorry, not Super Potion. Max Potion can be played every now and again, depending on the deck. But this thing, people like to have their decks focused around what they need. This, as much as it does do healing and removes a special condition, there's plenty of other ways to deal with that sort of stuff. And they don't want to be taking up their deck with a Life Herb. So I really don't think this Secret Rare is going to be as expensive as maybe some others. Yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. But Life Herb there, first Secret Rare of this. Let's have a look at our next one here. We have a ball. But what is this ball in particular? Well, it is a Friend Ball. Well, what does Friend Ball do? So, you search your deck for a Pokemon that's the same type as one of your opponent's Pokemon in play. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So, this is pretty cool. You get to search your deck for a Pokemon. It doesn't say a basic, it can be anything. That's the same type as one of your opponent's Pokemon that is in play. Which means any Pokemon that they have in play. Not the active, it could be the benched as well. So say for example you are running Zoroark, they are running Zoroark, but you only have Zoroas. You play Friend Ball, bang, you can look for the Zoroark, bring it up, happy days. That way you're not having to Ultra Ball either. Yes, you do actually run the risk of possibly not seeing a Zoroark, running this and being like, well, how am I supposed to Friend Ball when all he's playing is Fairy and I've got Water Pokemon? That's the only thing. So, would I say run this? I don't know, because in terms of rotation, I think a lot of people, not everyone though, a lot of people are going to play Zoroark. So if you really want to try and get like almost not, well, I'm going to say Turbo Zoroark, but if you want to get your Zoroarks going really quick, this could be pretty cool. And of course you reveal it and put it into your hand. You don't just place it on there straight away. You're revealing what you've got from the Friend Ball. Obviously, so you're not just dragging out anything, because you could Friend Ball and be like, well, okay, you've got all fairies, I'm just going to get a Lapras. Happy days, yeah, we all good? I won't show you, though, just, I've got a fairy type. But yeah, I mean, it could be pretty cool in some situations. I think this is going to be a pretty good one during pre-release, I have to say, because a lot of pre-release decks sort of have the same things. You'll notice that like there'll be certain individuals, especially like colourless Pokemon. That's ideal, especially if you can get some colourless Pokemon. I know there's going to be a Delcatty promo, so, and that's colourless. So you can look for a colourless Pokemon that you might have within your deck, and then obviously pull that out. Same with all the different ones. There's water types, all the different types at all. And also, you've got the fact that you could maybe do dragon types as well, so that speeds them up. So yeah, it could be pretty cool indeed. And obviously, it doesn't have to be that Pokemon. You know, if they run Zoroark, you don't have to pull out a Zoroark. As long as it's from a dark element, it could be Darkrai, Guzzlord, that sort of thing. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. So I do like it, but I don't know where it's sort of going to fit in. I don't know. I don't think it's going to replace Ultra Ball whatsoever. But it might be a nice little thing just to throw maybe one of them in there, just to see how it goes. Just experiment with it. So moving on from that, let's have a little look at the next thing, which is this little thing right here, which looks like a handheld sat-nav type thing. Well, I'm pretty close with what it is. It's actually called the Pokenav. So I'm guessing if this was in a game or if this was like part of the actual Pokemon thing, it looks as if it shows you the map of the whole like island, so you can see where you've got to navigate to. Whether it shows you like where the Pokemon are, I really don't know. But what does this thing do? You look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can choose a Pokemon card or an energy card that you find there, or you've got to reveal it and put it into your hand. Put the remaining cards back on the top of your deck in any order. Now, say for example you could run Zoroark. Then you draw those other 2 cards which were on the top from your trade, but you've already got that one that you might need. Now, it does say you've got to either choose a Pokemon card or an energy card. It doesn't say basic energy, so if you find a double colourless, you can play the double colourless, or at least pull it out. So that's pretty cool. That's not bad. Obviously, you are just looking at the top 3 cards, so there's not really a percentage chance you can give it because everyone's got different amounts of Pokemon and energy and all that different stuff. You could just run into just 3 trainers and be like, okay, that was a waste of time, but hey ho, I've tried. So it could work. It could definitely work. You could Mallow, but then you're just using it as a supporter. At least you can bring Pokemon and energy up to the front, but I don't know, I don't think that's worth it. It's just maybe yet again, maybe just trialing it, seeing how Pokenav sort of fits into a deck. Maybe run 1 or 2, see if it actually works. It's luck based, to be honest. You're only drawing the top 3 cards. It's not as if you're drawing the top 10, because I think then you would definitely 100% play this, because you're probably more than likely going to find a Pokemon in that. So or an energy, of course. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And we've actually run into our second secret rare, which I think is going to be a pretty cool one. So there is the secret rare right there, and of course it is literally just an enhanced size of the Pokenav. Now here's something I want to ask you guys. What map is that? Because I really don't know. I know probably someone's going to be able to tell me what that map is, or what area that is, which region. I'd like to guess Kanto, but I don't think it is. And I really don't know all of the areas, especially from Gen 5 and 6. I never really, well, not got into it, but I got to like the advanced section where it was like Gen 4, and then it just sort of like, I mean, I grew up and I had education and everything, so I wasn't really like into it. And now Sun and Moon is here, it's like, whoa, I really need to get back into it. So definitely let me know if you know what is that area on that map there. I'd love to know. Now, in terms of value, do I think this thing is going to be worth something? I think so. I think it's going to be a sought-after card. I don't know whether it's going to be 100% playable, but maybe to have one of them and play one in your deck just to see how it goes could be pretty cool. I don't think it's going to be the most expensive secret rare from Champion Road. We'll see what that one will be. So, Pokenav, though, looking pretty interesting. Could be a very interesting one indeed. So moving on from that, let's have a little look at the next one here, which we've got this picture right here. Looks a little bit interesting. We've got a Geodude, an Arrow, and a Torchic. Well, what's this? It is switch. We all know what switch does. You switch your active Pokemon with a bench Pokemon. Easy. Done. Happy days. That's all it does. The artwork's pretty cool. Like the artwork, it's obviously an old artwork from the EX era, and it looks pretty cool. Nice to have some of this old artwork back, especially when it features Pokemon. It looks really cool. Really nice indeed. So yeah, there we go. Switch coming back. Really cool. Moving on, we have another ball right there. Well, what is this ball? Well, it's called a lure ball. So what does lure ball do? Flip 3 coins for each heads, choose an evolution card from your discard pile, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So again, this is a pretty interesting one. Of course, you're flipping 3 coins, and then for each head, so it's almost like, I'd like to say it's almost like a reverse timer ball, because timer ball allows you to go through your deck and only get 2 if you can flip for 2. Whereas this allows you to go into the discard pile and get out evolution Pokemon that maybe you've traded away, maybe you now need, maybe you traded a Zoroark, now you need it back, you flip 3 coins, of course you could end up hitting heads on all of them, and vice versa, you could hit all 3 tails. But it's interesting, and it could be a nice one just to play like as a one-off. So I like how they're sort of bringing out these different types of balls. I mean, we had balls in like Breakthrough, I think it was Heavy Ball, that sort of thing. So I think it could search out for a Pokemon with a 3 retreat. There's a few others as well. Of course, we've got Ultra Ball, Nest Ball, Timer Ball, Great Ball. Now we've got Lure Ball, we've got Friend Ball. Are there going to be any other balls? I really don't know. But they're 2 interesting ones. I don't think they're super duper overpowered, but maybe 1 of each in a deck just could sort of be a nice little thing to get back your evolution Pokemon. Obviously, if you don't run evolution Pokemon in your deck, say for example you do play Lapras and you don't have any evolution Pokemon, there's no point playing this because you're not going to be able to get back any evolution cards whatsoever. So there is obviously different situations where this this trainer card can be used better. So moving on from that, we've got our last card right here. And you guys are probably looking at this, and just like me, I'm staring at this too long, and my eyes are going really funny. Oh, that's really weird. Oh, that is really, really weird. But what is this card? You guys might know it. It is Rainbow Energy. Rainbow Energy is coming back as a reprinted card. What does it do? Even though I probably don't need to tell you. This card provides colourless energy. While in play, this card provides every type of energy, but provides only 1 energy at a time. When you attach this card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on that Pokemon. Now, this was played a lot during Galissapod. A lot of people would place it down as a grass energy, and then they could just bring it up and do, I think it was like the 110. Really, really good, really quick way of getting it done. Of course, you do have to hit the Rainbow Energy, but with a lot of people playing Zoroark with it, they can trade away, find one, bang, hit it, come back, happy days. So, yeah, this is probably going to be a very, very interesting card. Obviously, I think Rainbow Energy came out, I'm going to say I think it came out in Sun and Moon. I think it did, or either Guardians Rising. Now, it never had a secret rare. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Now it is. We're having the secret rare, and there it is. And I'm going to go out and say I think this is going to be a very expensive card. I think a lot of people are going to be searching for this thing. It's going to be a very, very interesting card to try and track down. An amazingly gorgeous card, I have to say. I love how there's all these sort of like, almost like Saturn rings around that one little circular, what looked like actually like an iris, like an eye in the centre. They're all sort of spiraling around it, all different colours, all the different colours of the energy which could be provided. It looks insane. It really, really does look absolutely amazing. I think there is going to be a lot of people looking for this thing, which is going to make the price go woof right up there. To see someone pull this in a pre-release would be insane. This, I think, is going to be a very, very up there card as a really expensive card. It's going to be... I think it's going to be a really nice money card. And there's going to be a lot of cards in this set, so it's going to be very hard to track this thing down. So if we can pull it, I'd be over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. But there we go. That is the last trainer from this set. So that is all Champion Road trainers and supporters. That's done. We've done them all, and this is all the gold secret rares. There's only 3 gold secret rares from this set. We've also done all the full art trainers from this set. Now obviously Champion Road and Charisma of the Rex Sky are going to be clashing together in Celestial Storm. We're going to be getting over 11 GXs. 3 prisms. There was no prism stars in this. So yeah, we get 3, which is pretty cool. And there's going to be some in the other sets, etc. But it's going to be really, really cool. This set, the Champion Road set, doesn't have like any it's all old reprints. So everything that was sort of old in EX era is being brought back, and now we're going to have brand new cards, which were actually pretty cool. So it's going to be interesting to see what people are going to be able to do with this. But there we go. Rainbow Energy was our last card. So let's move on to Guess the GX, the answer from yesterday's one. So there is the picture of what we decided on. And it was in fact full art Solgaleo. It did actually look like Lycanroc, it has to be said. It looks very furry, but it was full art Solgaleo GX from, in fact, Sun and Moon. So very, very nice there. Very cool. So let's have a little look at today's Guess the GX. We've got that picture right there, and that picture right there. I think that's a pretty easy one. Probably a little bit easier than yesterday's. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think this is, and also in the comments below let me know your thoughts on these cards. Do you think, I mean, it's nice to see some of the ones that are already out at the moment come back as different looking types, and obviously when rotation hits at least we'll still have some of them, as much as they're like not the most staple cards. It's nice to see that we are going to see some reprints. There are some new cards as well, obviously, which have come back from the EX era, which are going to be interesting. So, and of course Rainbow Energy Secret Rare. Oh, very nice, very cool indeed. But yeah, there we go. So I will leave it here for this video. If you have found the channel for the first time, then definitely hit that subscribe button below. We got more Celestial Storm videos coming out, all different news updates, checking out all of these different cards before the set actually hits. We got pre-releases not this weekend coming, but next weekend, so I'll be going to them. Fingers crossed I might be able to get some videos out on Sunday after the pre-release. Could be even on Saturday if I can get everything going really quickly, which actually could happen, so definitely stay tuned for that. But apart from that, guys, I will leave it here for this video, and I will see you guys in the next video on the channel.